Today I'm talking about how to stop thinking about an ex. You know, that rumination, that almost obsession that you can have with somebody that you recently broke up with? Yes, that's what I'm talking about today. But before I go into how to move through this, I want to mention that if you are thinking a lot about your ex or they are constantly on your mind, that is okay. This is a normal part of the healing process from a breakup. So if this is happening to you, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's a normal part of the process. Okay, so just putting that out there first. So there's a few things that you can do to stop the thinking about an ex. And the first thing I always recommend is to get support. Get professional support. Because having support, it's worth, like if you find a really good therapist or a counselor or a coach, they are worth their weight in gold for you. They can help guide you through this process and give you a lot of good tools that will help calm down the rumination. I mean, we're going to talk about this today, but having in-person support that's catered to you is a tremendous help here in this process. So the next thing that you can do is to release the emotional baggage from the relationship, but also from your past too. So this is part of what I do in my coaching program. I help women release the baggage that is keeping that rumination going. So basically, what is creating those obsessive thoughts is the emotional processing from the relationship. It's the grief. So when you are feeling those emotions, they are quite often accompanied by the rumination, the thinking about this person. It's not the other way around. It's not the thoughts that are fueling the emotions. It's the emotions that are fueling that thinking. So the faster that you can move through those emotions, and by move through them, I mean allow them to come up, feel them, and release them, the faster that obsessive thinking will calm down. So if you've ever noticed, if you've ever had a moment where just some emotion came up very strongly and your mind was just going crazy for a while, and then the emotion stopped, you see that the thinking then stops also, that obsessive thinking. So that's what this process is about, letting the emotion come up and moving through it as fast as possible. That's a big part of calming down those thoughts about an ex. So the next thing you can do is to take a look at any negative or any beliefs you have that may not be true that you might have acquired from the relationship, because those can keep those obsessive thoughts going. So if, for example, you were in a toxic relationship or an abusive relationship, you may have come away from that relationship believing certain things, either about yourself or about the world, like that you're not good enough or no one will want you, and that fuels these thoughts about your ex. But those things are objectively not true. So if you can get in there and take a look at what you're believing and shift that, then that often will calm down a lot of that rumination about an ex, and it helps you move forward. So the other thing that I recommend to stop thinking about an ex is to redirect your attention to a new dopamine producing activity. So when you're in a relationship that isn't good for you, a toxic relationship, you end up getting a natural dopamine hit from this person, because you had deep feelings for this person, you felt love for this person, even though they were probably not a good match for you, you still got that source of dopamine from them. So what you want to do in this healing process is shift those patterns. Your brain is used to getting that dopamine, that hit from this person. So when you shift it to a different dopamine producing activity, it helps that rumination, it helps that obsessive thinking. So like, for example, if when you have these thoughts that you want to contact your ex, you want to reach out to them, and you stop yourself and move to directing that attention to something else that feels good for you, like taking a walk, calling a friend, eating something healthy, cooking something else that makes you feel good, that shifts those patterns and decreases that obsessive thinking. It doesn't happen instantly, but it's a slow process of rewiring your brain to get that dopamine from healthy sources, not from the toxic relationship anymore. All right, guys, these were my tips for how to stop thinking about an ex. But if you want some personalized one-on-one support, you are always free to message me, and yeah, we can talk about what's going on specifically with you. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.